guys doing? Today I wanted to do an updated video on the Ulanzi creative dial controller for video editing. Initially, when I put out my review of the Ulanzi creative dial video editing controller, I put out some misinformation. And anytime I do that, I always go back and do another video because I don't want to put out wrong information, because oftentimes wrong information affects whether or not people will buy it. No, I don't work for the company. Yes, I spent my own money for this product, but I just feel like, as a decent person, a YouTuber who's giving information, anytime, I'm wrong, I go back and do an updated video about something that I may have gotten incorrect. Yesterday, during my initial review, I stated that you couldn't. It was difficult. I didn't know how to figure out how to program certain shortcuts on the Ulanzi Creative Dial. That was on me. I figured out how to do it. In the video, I mentioned that maybe they'll fix that in a future firmware update. That's not the case. They don't need to fix it because you can do it now. I just didn't know how to do it. And at the time, I should have just said that. I should have just said, you know what, guys, as of right now, I'm using it, but I haven't quite figured out how to use this creative dial controller. I should have said that in the video instead of assuming that it wasn't that the controller couldn't do it. I assumed that it couldn't do it, and so I said that in my initial review. For that, I apologize. But one of the things I do want to say is that I think on Ulanzi's part, the part where they dropped the ball is that they released this product and didn't put out a tutorial video. Like I stated in my initial review, again, is that when you go to their product page, and I'll take you there in a moment just to show you what I mean, is that they have tutorials for some of their products. And I feel like for this product, before they released it, they should have at least put a tutorial on their website, so that people who are buying it know how to properly set it up. Because I'm sure it's not just me. Other people who buy it are gonna be like, man, how you set this thing up? And everybody is not as technical as me. I'm not the most technical guy in the world. No, not by a long shot. But I know I'm the kind of person that if I work with something long enough, I can figure it out. So I just want to take you on screen and show you how to set it up. It may not be for your specific software. I use DaVinci Resolve, so I'm going to show you how to set it up for DaVinci Resolve. But these are the same steps that you can follow for your specific software that you use. My initial review, I thought that the dial came with already programmable shortcuts that you can match with the buttons on it, and I was wrong. You could program the buttons. At the time I did the initial review, I didn't know how to do that, so I thought the controller was stuck with whatever software they had in their marketplace, whatever shortcuts that they had on the controller. I thought I was stuck using those specific shortcuts that came initially default on that controller for that software, but I was wrong. You can go in and you can program the controller to be set up to specific shortcuts that you use for the video editing software that you use. And right now I'm going to take you on screen and show you how to do that. So let's get to it. So like I stated before, Ulanzi, when you get the controller, it's going to bring you to this page right here to download the software for the controller. And right here, it'll bring you to this page right here. And like I said before on the initial video, you just click on whichever software you have. If you I'm sorry, whatever OS you use, whether it's Apple or Windows. If you have Apple, you're gonna download the one for Apple right here. If you have Windows, download this for right here. And right here, real quick, this is actually the page, like right here, this page right here. If you by chance bought this used and it doesn't come with a manual, right here, you can click right here. It'll take you to this page right here, and you click on the product, and it has the manual for the product online. You can download the PDF if you want to. Go back to this page right here. If you click right here on video tutorials, it's going to take you to this page right here. And this is actually what I was saying in the video, how Ulanzi really needs to make a tutorial for this controller, and that they didn't, but that's fine. So what I did was, for the sake of this video and for the sake of the tutorial, I don't have the DaVinci Resolve software up here. I'm gonna have to download it. So you go to the marketplace right here, and you click profile. For profile, whatever software you use. If you use Adobe Premiere, you download it for that. If you use Adobe Photoshop, you get the point. Right here, I use DaVinci Resolve. I'm gonna download DaVinci Resolve. It's downloaded, so you exit out right here, and you're gonna see the DaVinci Resolve icon right here in the left-hand corner right here. And right here, it tells you what the buttons are already programmed for. Okay, so this is split. Now let's say right here it says move up timeline. But let's say I don't want that to move up timeline. I actually want that to be able to zoom in and zoom out. Like right, go to DaVinci real quick. I want to be able to zoom in right now and zoom out. So going back to the software, Ulanzi software. Now, what I didn't know is, and it doesn't tell you, is that for right here, you can actually choose to delete this, and you delete it. Now you have to actually drag in this function if you have a plugin, or you go over here to the far right hand side of the screen right here where it says hotkey, and right here for hotkey, you drag that right here, and now what you do is you have to title what you want this to be. I want this to be zoom in. So I'm going to type zoom in on my keyboard. Sorry. And what you have to do is right here, it says observing entered keys. You have to press whatever keys is on your, for the software, video editing software that you use, you have to press those keys. If it's one key, you press one key. If it's two keys, you press two keys together. Now for DaVinci Resolve, in order for me to zoom in, I have to press, it's control plus equal sign. So now I have to press, go back to observing entered keys. I have to press control and the plus equal sign together. And to give you a heads up on my keyboard, the plus equal sign is right beside, right, it's just left of the back button. So I have to press control and plus together. Oh, I did it wrong. See, I did it wrong. Got to do it again. And now this button right here is to zoom in. So now when I go to DaVinci Resolve, and this is the test right here, it zooms in. But see, I have it, because I haven't set this button right here to zoom out, when I press it, it doesn't do anything because it's not programmed yet. So just remember that. You, for whatever key that you have, you go to right here. If let's say you don't want yours to be zoom in for the sake of the argument, you could just delete it. And whatever you want it to be, you go over to hotkeys, you grab the hotkey button and you drag it right here. And now you enter whatever that button you want it to be, whether it's cut, slice. For me, I'm going to keep it with zoom in. So again, I'm going to type zoom in. And again, when you click right here, it's going to have you, this is where you have to type if it's one button or if it's a combination of buttons. On some buttons, like maybe scroll in, it might be hold this button, the up button, and it might be control alt the up arrow in order to zoom in. Also, in order to zoom in on your software. So you have to press all those buttons together. You can't do it individually. It has to be together, or it'll just pick up one button. So right now, I'm going to do it again. And if I mess up, you'll see on the screen, it'll just be a control or it'll just be an equal sign. So right now, I'm going to press it again. Boom. So now this right here is on, once I go to DaVinci Resolve, it's set for me to zoom in. So, and right here, again, I don't have this set, so I'm going to delete this right here. So I'm going to go to hotkeys again. I'm going to drag it, boom, and it doesn't say anything. I want that to be zoom out. So I'm going to put zoom out. And again, when you go right here, it's going to observe whatever keys you press on the keyboard, and those keys have to be what the zoom out button is on your specific software. And so right now I'm on my software, to zoom out, it is the is to control. It looks like a dash and a minus sign. Like it's right beside the button that says plus and equal. So I'm going to press control and minus. And right now, to actually test if it works or not, just go back to your software. I'm going to press the zoom out button, and then it worked. So see, zoom in, the button, now I'm zooming out, and it's picking that up. And that's all you do. That's all you would do. So if you don't want this split right here, you would just go there and you would just delete that and go to hotkeys, drag it right here, and you have to put whatever the title of that. You don't actually have to put a title. I mean, as long as you know what it is, that's fine. But for the sake of you knowing what it is, maybe you'll forget. You do that even right here for the dial right here. Go to the dial, and you can also use a hotkey for the dial if you want to, but for the dial, it already does what I need it for, which is to scroll up and down the timeline on DaVinci Resolve right here. So I'm gonna zoom in real quick. See, so I don't really need to touch it already because it already does what I needed to do anyways. When I was using the Torbox Neo, I was using they have a smaller dial, and you just zoom again. You just scroll on the timeline, and if I need to make cuts, I can make cuts. You know, so that's basically all you do. You have to, again, one more time, you have to go to whatever hotkey or whatever the button you want to be, if it's cut, if it's delete, if it's play. And if you don't know the shortcuts to your specific software, just Google what are the shortcuts to DaVinci Resolve. I did that, and right here, a bunch of for Mac on the right, and for Windows on the left, and you just go in the software, and right here it says deleted, selected, delete selected. And you know, for that software, if you wanted the deleted selected to be the middle button, you would just click this, you would delete it, and you would just press whatever those keys are, which would be the backspace, and that's what you would do. So really, it's that simple. It's not nothing too difficult. It's nothing too hard, but it does take you actually. You have to know what the shortcut keys are on the video editing software that you're using in order so you can put them in the hotkey button so that you know what it is. You know, and that's it. It's that simple. Right here on the right here, it says dial right here, right? And again, even with the dial, you can have multiple functions because it scrolls left, it scrolls right, and then also you can press it. So right here, you can see right here that I have rotation right, rotation left, and you have to be able to put, I don't know how it may be on your software, if you use CapCut or if you use Premiere Pro, I don't know if it'll be customized to scroll left and right with the dial on your hotkeys or on the dial buttons for your software. When you go to the market and download, let's do it real quick just to see. I'm just curious. So now it's saying that CapCut, I don't use CapCut, never have, but just for the sake of the video, let's see what it does. So right here, it has CapCut. Okay, so it seems like it does the same for all the videos softwares. And again, right here, you know, but for the sake of argument, again, I don't use CapCut, so I'm gonna go right here, click on the arrow, and click delete. And I will say, let's say you somehow you messed up on doing this right here, and now you're like, well, I don't know how to go back. You can always go here to DaVinci Resolve and just delete it, and it deletes the programmable buttons that you set up for DaVinci Resolve, and you just go back to the market and download it again, and then you can just start from scratch, and maybe that, you know, that'll give you a better ground to stand on. So if you do mess up and you can't fix it, just go back and delete it, and then download it again. So right now, see, it's back to having the move up timeline, scroll timeline, and I don't want it. I want it to say zoom in, zoom out. So again, I'm gonna delete it, and go right here, delete it again, go right here, and go to the hotkey. So right here under systems, it has hotkey. So you go to hotkey, drag it, boom, drop it right there. Again, I want it to be zoom in, so I'm gonna put, you know, ZOOM-IN. Go to the hotkey button, and whatever the zoom in button is on your software, you're gonna put those buttons, if it's a button or if it's a combination of buttons. So for mine, it's Control plus equal, boom, and it's now set again for me to zoom in with this button. And right here, I'm gonna go again, go to hotkey, drag it over here, boom, and I'm gonna again put this zoom out, zoom out. Now, again on my keyboard, the shortcut keys or the hotkeys for DaVinci Resolve for me to zoom out is the Control minus button. So I have to hold it together. If you just press Control, if I just press minus, You see, it's not set. If I just press U, it's not, U isn't zoom out on my software. So I have to go in, delete it, just, or you don't have to delete it, just go to it, click on it. It'll say observing entered key. I'm gonna put control minus sign, and boom. Now it's set for me to zoom out with those buttons. So these buttons are, this specific button tells DaVinci Resolve that I want to zoom out. This specific button tells DaVinci Resolve that I want to zoom in. This specific button tells DaVinci Resolve that I want to split, delete, mark, undo, redo. And right now, I go to DaVinci Resolve. Boom, I'm on DaVinci Resolve. I want to actually undo this cut. Undo. Let's say I want to split, 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 split. I want to put a few marks, mark right here, mark right there, come back here, mark there, and go here, and I want to delete. I want to delete. And now say, you know what, I messed up. I want to undo all this. Hit the undo button. Undo button, undo, undo, undo. And it kind of gets rid of everything I just did. And now I'm back from scratch. So that's kind of the tutorial on how to use this software and how to use the different hotkeys for each button. Again, it's not hard. Whatever you want to use the dial for, right here it says dial. You click right here, and again, you press on it, and whatever key you want to put for that, that's what combination of keys you have to press. And for the hotkeys, you go right here to hotkeys, and you have to actually go to redo, delete the redo. Once you delete it, you then drag the hotkey button back over here, boom, and type in whatever button shortcut you want that to be for your program. So again, definitely need reviews. That concludes this tutorial. I hope that helps somebody. Again, it took me a while to figure that out. I really think Ulanzi should have put out a tutorial video explaining all this to make it easier for the buyer. But hey, it's fine. We got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. I know you can too. And again, be on the lookout. I edit audio with Studio One version 7. And once I do figure out how to do the hotkeys for that software, I'm then gonna do another video saying the Ulanzi Creative DAW controller for Studio One version 7. So for those who use that software, you can of course customize the DAW how you want to. Or if you use another software, maybe it'll kind of get you put you in a better lane to figure out how to customize it for your specific software that you use. So again, thank you guys for watching the video. Peace.